Welcome to Centaholic Games. This is your host, David Duncan, and with me is...
Brian, David, we've gathered here today after another hiatus to do an intro.
to do an intro. Yes, we've done a new intro for Centaholic Games, so we hope you enjoyed that new thing. I've been working hard on it the last couple weeks, so that's also
and
partly
we're
why
here
we haven't
to
been
talk
around.
about video games and stuff because believe it or not, we do like video games. And for I don't know, the more we do this, I don't know if I just like talking about video games or just playing video games. Because like I don't play as many video games as for how much I know about video games. You know what I mean? Like I know a lot about it might be the topic I know most about is like the video game industry.
Well, it's like I know a lot about video games and I know a lot about Star Trek, but I definitely feel like my ratio to what I know about video games and how much I actually get to play video games is not even close. It takes me forever to work through games. Like I think I just beat Expedition 33 the last time we podcasted, and it's been a little while, and I'm still playing Horizon. I haven't played anything. I mean, I played a little bit of Death Stranding.
That's a long game, though. Horizon's a long game.
I also play Death Stranding when I'm too tired to play Horizon because all I have to do is walk from point A to point B.
Yeah, I'm currently still working through Death Stranding 2. I might 100% the game. I'm not 100% sure yet, but like that's the way I'm playing that game. I probably have 30 or 40 hours in the game right now, and I'm probably 20% done with the main story. I'm just going around building roads. So we'll see where I go, but I do like Death Stranding for some. I don't know. It's a weird game. It's a Kojima game. It's like when you try to explain why you like Death Stranding, you really can't. It's just kind of like it's Kojima. I don't know.
Well, as much as we like games, Brian, who doesn't like games?
Who? Leave us in.
you know who doesn't like games? It's Microsoft, and especially Phil Spencer.
Yeah, Phil Spencer. So
he hates games and people who make them.
We always talk about Microsoft bad news, layoffs that happen, and while we've been away,
they don't stop making bad news.
Yeah, that's true.
The last time we spoke, they were announcing $80 games. We have freaking Outer Worlds at $80. News on that later, but
yeah, I think the problem is that we know what the games industry can be or what it used to be more likely, and we can see that decisions that are made are just purely made for like monetary greed reasons other than like let's just make like people happy type of thing. I want to just do positive stuff, but all this garbage these companies keep doing because they start to have so much power of what they can do. That's like, it just sucks that we have to keep talking about stuff. I just wish good stuff could just happen all the time, but it doesn't. While we haven't been podcasting on games, Microsoft laid off, I think the most amount of people they've ever laid off in their games industry. It was like 10,000 people.
It was 9,000 new layoffs, and almost all of them were in the gaming division. Like I think they've laid off more people like in the last 2 quarters than they did all of last year.
Yeah,
we talked about it a lot last year too.
Yeah, they've laid off thousands and thousands of people, tens of thousands of people at this point. And this time we're going to be losing the Initiative, which was Microsoft's first quadruple A studio. They've been making a game for 7 years, and they never produced anything. So they've been working on a game for 7 years, and Microsoft just laid off and shut down the studio before they ever released anything. So that was cool.
Perfect Dark also got shut down.
Perfect Dark was shut down.
Apparently, everything they ever showed of it was just like fake. It wasn't even
demo. It wasn't fake stuff.
It wasn't even like a true vertical slice. It was just like they just like built a scene just for a trailer, and that's all they did. Like, Microsoft's management is absolutely abysmal.
That seems to be what there was a couple leaks of devs talking out. I'm sure this is where it came from. But it's like they're saying that the management of what was going on at that studio was just like a disaster. The game kept getting restarted. There was development changes all the time. Everything seemed to be a mess. So I don't know. I guess they just couldn't figure out how to get that game out the door or shipped. And the last one that I can think of off the top of my head is there was a MMO coming out that was being made by ZeniMax, who makes Elder Scrolls Online, and the devs on that game also said like there was something they were really passionate about and they really liked. We'll see if we ever get any gameplay or anything of that.
Well, no, it's canceled. Apparently they had Phil Spencer play it, and they had to take the controller out of his hand to make him stop playing it, so they could continue on with their conversation. And there's another one because John Romero's company wasn't under Microsoft, but Microsoft was like doing some external contracts with other external companies that they didn't own necessarily, and they canceled that contract with John freaking Romero, the guy that made Doom. People,
there's trouble, man.
Anytime Microsoft offers you money, say no. If Embracer Group offers you money, say no. If EA offers you money, say no. Stay independent. Like, don't let any of those three companies take you because I don't know if Ubisoft is even trying to buy people anymore.
Ubisoft is trying to sell themselves. The last I knew is they're trying to get rid of themselves.
I don't think you're going to be too worried about being bought by Ubisoft. But but Microsoft, EA, and Embracer Group, just say no. Just say no. It doesn't lead to anything good. It leads to your games
you get an initial paycheck.
Yeah, you get an initial paycheck and then you get canceled.
Then you get shut down. It doesn't make any sense, but I don't know. There has to be some strategy that just makes it look good for like investors or something. There has to be something because it just happens over and over again.
Microsoft's investing a lot in AI, so they're shaving costs elsewhere.
Oh, is that what they're doing? Gotcha. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Let's make something that
slop.
Let's make something that no consumer wants and only like companies want, so they can fire more people. I still don't know anybody like you or me that are just normal people that are just like, yeah, we want AI. Nobody wants it. It's just like nobody wants to use it. Nobody wants it. I don't know.
I mean, I want AI to like for skinning in Blender. That would be nice. It's just a really tedious task that I would like to have automated.
Yeah, that's fine, but I'm talking about like the way you and I are going to use it is like, you know, instead of Googling a question, maybe we'll ask AI a question. These companies want it so they can just fire their entire workforce.
AI isn't a replacement for people. It is a tool, like a screwdriver.
We've literally been saying that for years. Yeah.
Or a computer. It is a tool. It is not a replacement because AI is not perfect.
And it can't create unless they teach it to create. I don't know. Who knows where we're going? Either way, Microsoft sucks.
I mean,
they fired more people, shut down a bunch of games.
I mean, the AI in Photoshop's pretty good. Like removing smudges, it fixes the background really nice.
Yeah, but the way they're implementing their AI, where it's like anything you make, they own perpetually throughout the universe forever.
Yeah, it's like they're evil. I mean, like most companies, they're evil. But I mean, their stuff works pretty good as far as the AI corrections.
Yeah, I mean, well, they've come
a long way because when I used them a couple of years ago, the smudges fixes made more smudges.
Yeah, the little backstory is I went to school for like Photoshop and all that kind of thing. I use Photoshop on and off for pretty much most of my adult life, and I've canceled my subscription. I only use like alternatives to Photoshop now. I haven't like when you see thumbnails or anything. I haven't used Photoshop in years to make anything. So don't like. When they came out with that AI thing, I was just like, I'm out of here. I don't want to support this.
Brian is he does all our Sithaholic Games cover arts for our YouTube.
Yeah. So, yeah, Microsoft bad, AI bad.
And then on to our next topic. Like I mentioned earlier, we did talk about Outer Worlds being an $80 game, and now Outer Worlds 2 is a $70 game because apparently no one was pre-ordering Outer Worlds 2, so Microsoft got scared and apparently maybe we should lower our game price. So like, was the strategy to force people to Game Pass? I thought that's why they were doing the $80 games. I thought they didn't care about the sales.
Oh, they probably got so little sales. They're like, oh, like, oh no,
oh no.
Oh no, we have to do something here.
We did.
We only pre-ordered 3 copies. I mean, hey, it's only good. They got bullied to lower the price, which is only good for us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with the price being lower. I
I still
wasn't
think
about
70 is still too high, but
well,
that's a different conversation.
sure, but I mean, like 70 should be. I mean, like if we're having a price raise, 70 should be the new thing for the next like couple decades. Like $60 was that for a couple decades,
Yeah.
but we haven't even had like a good 3 years of $70 being
Yeah,
the
and
standard.
it's not even
Because
most games weren't even $70. All the
yeah,
$70 games we didn't even want to play. Nobody.
yeah, no, like $70 has barely been a standard. Like I mean, I guess it started technically with the PS5 era, but like not many. I don't know.
Yeah, not many games were $70.
Yeah, so
So
it's just bizarre that they skipped from 60 to 80 and 70 hadn't even been a standard at all. Like it's just
yeah,
some games are 70. It was barely
it's
even a standard. So
where we went,
I'm
man.
I'm I'm
Where we went.
glad they're changing their mind. I hope they get bullied more.
Works.
I hope Nintendo gets bullied to lower the price of their games because it's absolutely
That won't
ridiculous.
work. That's not gonna. That's Nintendo's a different problem.
Yeah, but $80 games is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, for a standard edition. I mean, I've spent $100 on collector's editions that have like fancy hardcover art books. I mean, hardcover books are $20 or 30, $40. I mean,
Yeah.
something that's worth the extra money, that's fine. But for a completely digital
Product.
game, yeah, no.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Yeah, no. So I mean, I thought that was cool. And Microsoft, you should stop killing games. Brian, take us away.
Yeah, Stop Killing Games was a initiative made a couple of years ago, and the whole idea of it was to have an idea or a plan when a game is after you buy a game, you own that game. That's pretty much what it's saying. It's not saying that if you have your World of Warcraft and the game's no longer popular and they shut it down, that you have a way to play World of Warcraft. That's different than buying an actual game that has a single player, option to the game. So The Crew is a big one that came up, but the idea is that if I buy a single player game, I own that game and I should be able to play it even if the services are shut down because it's a single player game. A lot of games nowadays are online only, even if there's a single player option. So Stop Killing Games is if I buy the game, I can play that game even if the studio or company decides to shut down the servers. They'll have to provide some type of workaround for players to be able to continue to own and play that game. But again, it's not every game. It's not every game throughout the universe that comes out. There is certain criteria that the game needs to hit before you need to have that end of life plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's only good for consumers. Anybody who doesn't agree with it does not either one does not understand the initiative or is a big company.
Or they're a shill for the big companies like Pirate Games.
Those are
like Pirate Software, whatever his name is.
Yeah, anybody who doesn't understand or know what Stop Killing Games is, and you like video games, it is an objectively good thing for consumers like you and I, David.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a good thing. There is no downside for you and I. The only thing it's doing for us is allowing our money to buy something and we own for the rest of our lives. That's all it's doing.
And the thing is, game companies are lobbying hard against this, and this is mostly a European thing because European, at least sometimes.
Well, there's a big. The reason, Europe has its own problems, America has its own problems, every government in the world has its own problems, but it seems that Europe seems to be the place you need to go to if you want to have consumer protections, because they are the ones.
Some consumer protections also became infringed upon just this morning or yesterday.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but like at least in Europe, some things can be improved, like USB-C for
iPhones,
making
iPads
a standard.
Thank you.
That came from Europe.
Thank you, Europe.
Or refunds on Steam. That's another thing it just helps the consumer, and Europe seems to be a little bit better with helping people do that rather than like the US where it's like impossible to get anything passed or anything improved.
Yeah, nothing is pro-consumer in the United States. Basically, it feels like.
Yeah, so so it's just good. It's just good. If you're in Europe and listening, I guess keep your eye on it. If you can, sign something.
If you haven't signed it. And if you live in Europe, please do.
Or look into it. Do your own research to make sure it's something you agree with. But if you're just a normal everyday person who likes playing video games, it's just an objectively good thing for you.
It absolutely is an objectively good thing because um, game companies are scared of this initiative because they're like, well,
They'll
if
lose money. They're gonna if
well,
this passes, they'll lose money.
well they're going to lose money. But the problem is that they want to shut down the old game so they can sell you the new game. But
Yeah.
I don't know, like 10 times out of 10 in the past 10 years, the new version is always inferior to the old version. Except
Yeah.
for maybe in graphics. But I mean, like, the game plays, a lot of the games like play better back in the day. I don't know, like, it just there's just a nostalgia thing there. It's just, for whatever reason, games have been dumbed down so much by these companies lately. And for them to, you know, keep these old games still functioning, that means they're actually going to have to try to make their new games better than their old games. And that's also a win for the consumers, because if they want us to buy the new game, they actually have to make improvements instead of just throwing out the exact same slop
garbage with a shop in it or something.
Yeah, that's
or if they don't want to support servers or anything, they have to be able to provide a way for consumers to be able to make their own servers so people can still play on it. So it's really just a good thing. And it's similar to, it's like Netflix. I guess we could do a little bit of a comparison for people who don't understand. If you buy a Netflix subscription, you're not entitled to owning everything on Netflix forever. That's not something Stop Killing Games would do. So if you're paying a subscription fee to play WoW, if you're playing Final Fantasy or something like that, it doesn't affect a game like that. It's just like a single player game where it's like you go pay your $80, like Outer Wilds is coming out, you go pay your $80, get your single player story. You now will be able to play that forever. That's the whole point. Well, and if you're able to play that and a new game comes out, that game has to be better. Otherwise, you're just going to play, Outer Wilds again, too. Outer Wilds 2 again. So
yeah, it's just good. I mean, they should try to make their games good, and the fact that they're scared is a good thing. It's only a good thing for us to have games that we can play forever, because I mean that's how it should be. I believe in game preservation. Games are art. So
I don't think you should. Like, I don't think software companies or hardware companies should, support a game if I don't know. It's kind of a weird. Like, I don't think the original Pong should still be. They should figure out a way to like support it on, all computers. But I think there should be a way to be able to play it, because software eventually needs to get upgraded at some point.
Sure.
But the idea is that you'll still have an option to figure out how to play it, not just completely remove the ability to do it. Like for Nvidia, they took away oh gosh, what was it? They stopped supporting.
They took away physics. So basically, games that use that to process physics, well, they took away 32-bit physics. So the 5090 can't play Mirror's Edge above like 2 frames per second if you like break glass, because
I don't think that's an old. I think that game still has enough popularity. Or same thing with Borderlands 2. I think those games have enough popularity still where they shouldn't just be unplayable if you buy new hardware.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, those games are still new enough. They should not be like
especially with
Nvidia bought physics. I keep using physics. Keep putting it on your hardware. Like, support it with software. Like, come on.
Now that Nvidia is the most valuable company in human history, it's still like they have no excuse to be able to have not the greatest, the best and brightest, greatest things over at that company. They're worth more than like Apple now. So it's like, come on now.
Like for a company that has so much money, they are very bad at what they do.
Well, no, they're very good at what they do. They still do have the best like GPUs and stuff. It's just the way they run the company is like the worst.
But I mean, they've been like perpetual driver issues, even on older cards, ever since the 5000 series came out.
They're definitely falling from grace.
They are doing very bad job. They're not even good at what they used to be good at. They used to have driver superiority, and now they're on par with AMD, which is sad.
Yeah. They could just crush AMD if they wanted to, but it's good. We want AMD to. We're good off topic, but we want AMD to catch up to Nvidia, so Nvidia has to respond and actually make something that's good for consumers, because the 5090 ain't it.
Yeah. Well, here's Stop Killing Games number 2. Adult games are forcing the game industry into a spiritual crisis. I don't know if I agree with this title, but it's one of the first articles that I found with this awful news that has been coming out recently, where
Yeah.
this Australian group called Collective Shout has been pressuring payment companies, Visa, PayPal, MasterCard, to ban games that have NSFW content. Itch.io just basically immediately banned everything, and Steam has been on a slower rollout where they've been banning some NSFW content, and that is just wrong. Like, we're adults, let adults buy games they want to play, and this is a slippery slope because this group Collective Shout has targeted GTA in the past. So first it's like, games that are 100% NSFW, and then they'll start like maybe coming after games with NSFW content in it. It's not good, and this quote here is a very freaking slippery slope for the right wing religious group to go from no sex games to no games with any LGBTQ themes either. So that would mean The Last of Us Part 2, Horizon Forbidden West, with that, stuff like that. I mean, like, anything with any kind of like theme like that in it could be a target. They've gone after GTA 5. That could also, GTA 6 could be a target. Like regular games that aren't just like, porno games or whatever, you know. Like,
well, what I mean, what we're trying to say is that you or I don't necessarily just go buy the porno games and play them on Steam. That's not the problem that
but they
we need.
make
The problem
fantastic gag gifts, which Brian and I
yes,
traditionally...
that is true. We do send each other those types of games for Christmas as Christmas gifts,
just to ruin our Steam libraries for each other. It's fantastic.
Yeah, we do that. But you and I don't necessarily play those types of games. It's just the idea that, like, if we're starting here, where will we end up? Because you and I don't necessarily, like, if I'm playing Horizon's one of my favorite games, and there's LGBTQ kind of themes in there. It's like that. It doesn't bother me that that's there, but the idea that if you're going to go after payment companies, I don't know if I don't know if we'd ever get to a point where Horizon would be a game we wouldn't be able to buy or anything. But it's like, if those themes are in it with games that we do play, who knows if we can get to a point where, they'll go after those studios that make those games or payment companies that sell those or that you buy those games with, and not be able to purchase those games. So it's not so much that we're sad that, those super porno NSFW games are being shut down. It's just that we don't want that to happen at all, because who knows where it can end up, type of thing.
I mean, I'm just anti-censorship in general.
Yeah,
like,
same.
If it's straight up illegal, I mean, illegal stuff shouldn't be there. But like,
if it's illegal, get rid of it. It should never be posted in the first place. But
it's
just things that are legal. Don't go after that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like, let people make their own decisions. Like, you're not my mom. Collective Shout, you're not my mom. Visa, you're not my mom. MasterCard, you're not my mom.
Yeah. So we'll see where it goes.
You're not my mom. You're not my pal either.
You're not my pal.
I mean,
PayPal,
like,
you're not my pal.
You're not my pal, bro.
Yeah.
You're not my pal, friend.
So
I don't know.
It's the games that are being delisted right now is not why we're causing or why we want to bring this up. It's just, where can it lead?
It can lead
that we don't want it to be.
That's bad. I just in general, I'm not a fan of censorship.
Also, our gag gifts. What about our gag gifts,
what
man?
What do you do? Like, I mean, come on. I
want people to look at David's Steam library and be like, "Oh man, this guy's messed up."
I mean, same thing for Brian's Steam library, man. The last one I got you last year.
Yeah, there's some stuff in there.
There's some scary stuff in there. Although, to be fair, the gag gift you got me this past Christmas wasn't even an NSFW, and it was the Gollum game, which I actually balled over and started laughing almost as hard as I did when I got you your Pikachu plug.
Yeah, it's just sending each other weird gifts. It's fun. I still think sending you the Smeagol game is a gag gift. I thought that was funny.
It is. It is. That's what I said.
Especially when
it is a gag gift. I laughed so hard.
The game was only out for 6 months, and it was 95% off.
Yeah.
The game was like $1.
Yeah, he sent me the
Oh
Gollum
man.
game, and I laughed so hard when I got that. I was like, "Oh my god!" He got me like a real game as a gag gift, which
Yeah.
is
But
pretty
at some
funny.
point, you and I were going to like. It was like, oh, Brian, you have to go play one of the porno games that you sent me, and in return, it's like you okay, well then you have to play the Smeagol game. It's like that's not fair at all because I can 100% a porno game in 45 minutes because they don't take very long to beat, and then you have to play the Smeagol game for 60 hours.
Like one year, you got me a puzzle game that was like literally a puzzle. Like you just had to build like a literal puzzle of like a NSFW image.
Yeah.
I played it for 5 minutes. I was like, oh yeah, it's not a puzzle game, it's a puzzle game.
Puzzle game. But it's like that's not a fair like competition at all because it's like the Smeagol
No.
game actually takes time
Like
to
40
beat.
hours to beat, 40
But
hours
you
of
can just
pain.
make a puzzle in 20 minutes and be done with it.
Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, that's I don't know. Don't take away games. We like having fun and having a laugh.
Yeah, we like to get each other troll gifts. Yeah, so please don't do that. And we'll go out on a slightly better tone. This is an old piece of information. I meant to bring it up a couple times ago, and I just forgot. So back in June, early June, I guess, they did this Unreal Engine 5 tech demo where they showed off The Witcher 4. And then people all over the internet were like, oh my god, The Witcher 4 is going to look so good, dude. And I was like, no, this is a tech demo.
Tech
The
demos aren't real.
Tech demos aren't real. The game will probably not look this good. I mean, I hope it does. But I feel like Unreal Engine in games doesn't even look as good as some of their Unreal 4 engine tech demos they showed off.
Yeah, there's some Unreal. There's obviously some. I mean, not obviously unless you're in the know, but unless you follow this kind of stuff. But Unreal Engine has some performance issues. If the game's built on Unreal, there's some performance issues. But Unreal Engine does look really good. The tech demo does look really cool. So hopefully The Witcher or CD Projekt Red can pull off,
something
the
close.
the demo kind of something similar to it. If it does, I mean, it'll look fantastic. I don't know. It's just where are we gonna land because the tech demo is like the best thing that can possibly be produced right now, and it's not realistic. At least this time, maybe in 10 years it will be, but at this time, the peak of what technology is not what you can realistically put into a game. It's just it'll never be. Even 100 years from now, the best of what you can do 100 years from now is not going to be realistic what you can put into a game.
So
there's always going to be bleeding edge stuff.
So I mean, like I remember, like I think Ubisoft is probably one of the worst people for the tech demo thing. Like the first Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
That first Watch Dogs trailer was like stunning, and then the actual game looked like cardboard cutouts in comparison.
Yeah,
it was like
nothing.
It's
like what they showed in the tech demo is, and it got a lot of people excited, including myself. Where it's like, dang, this is like a game changer. This is an industry changer thing, and then the game comes out,
and then the game comes out, and it looks like last gen. It's like what?
Yeah. So don't believe tech demos. But tech demos do look cool, and it's cool to see like what the future holds for games. Is really where we're going.
Is there another tech demo that's as egregious? That you can think of in recent. I mean, people say the Cyberpunk one, but it wasn't like a tech demo. It was more like that narration saying what the game was going to be like than it wasn't.
Cyberpunk's a little bit of a different.
It's a slightly different. It's a slightly different thing because it was like an early vertical slice of the game. And they changed stuff.
Nothing comes to mind, but I would feel like an idiot once I looked it up.
Probably, yeah. But for me, the Watch Dogs is like one of the most egregious.
Watch Dogs was that before you even said Watch Dogs, I knew what you were talking about. It's like as soon as you started that sentence, I knew exactly where you were going because that's the biggest one.
That's the biggest one I can think of, and that's like a decade old now. Like, and that's
Well, I mean,
it's still so egregious.
We could even make it simpler and go with cinematic trailers for video games. Even some gameplay videos that come out for games. It's like they're nothing like real life.
Yeah, I mean the cinematic trailers are always. I always like kind of shrug my shoulders at cinematic trailers now because I'm like, cinematic.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to see a cinematic trailer, and sometimes they're better. In Horizon Forbidden West, the gameplay trailers and cinematic trailers that they were showing looked stunning, and then the game came out and they were even better than what those trailers were showing. But that's very rare for that to happen.
Yeah, it doesn't happen
I
often.
think that's the only one I probably would be able to even find. But
maybe God of War, the Ragnarok, that looked really
maybe
good.
that happens.
It just looks
sometimes.
The same. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very dependent on the studio. Like one of our favorite studios, the studio that makes Baldur's Gate or Divinity. If we talk about Larian, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Larian did something like that, but there's very few studios that would be able to do something like that. Santa Monica Studios is one that I do believe is a good studio to be at, or at Sucker Punch. That's another studio where I think maybe they would show something that would even be better in game compared to a trailer, but generally no.
Yeah, so I mean, it's interesting to see that kind of stuff that comes out, and I know people got hyped because there's so much hype for The Witcher 4 after The Witcher 3, but just cool your horses. The game's probably not going to look that good. I mean, we can hope it does, but like I'm still like super questioning GTA 5 because the trailer just doesn't even seem real.
The GTA 6.
6, I mean 6. Yeah, because the trailer doesn't even seem real because some of that stuff just seems like
it seems like it's like that's another game where it's like what's good. This trailer seems like a Watch Dogs situation where it's like, how is this possible? Like, are we really? This is where we're at?
Because they're also saying it's on a base PS5, not even a PS5 Pro, and like the game has like that many body types and all that sweat and like
if any studio is going to do something like this, though, Rockstar is probably the one that'd be able to pull it off.
I mean, I did watch a video of people breaking down previous Rockstar trailers, and a lot of times the games look better than the trailer.
Yeah. Rockstar is another one of those studios.
So we're like, my brain's a little broken. I don't understand how GTA 6 is going to look like the trailers, much less better than the trailers. Because
well, they are probably in terms of quality. Maybe Red Dead is not the game for you, and you might not like Red Dead. But in terms of what is able to be achieved in that game, they're definitely the industry leaders. I would say even now, when Red Dead 2 came out, I still think that's probably the most technology, the highest quality like mechanics and stuff are still in Red Dead 2. I can't think of any RPG that is more advanced than that one. You can legitimately go up to any NPC and like follow them throughout the day. There's one of them, I think I sent you a picture of it when I was playing the game, where it was like I followed an NPC from like a town. He walked to the forest, cut down a tree, interacted with the tree. It's like it's just a random NPC that you just follow. It's like the technology that was going on in there is just next level. So
they do some incredible stuff.
If Rockstar is able to, I don't know. I wouldn't doubt that Rockstar is one of the studios I wouldn't doubt where it's like, oh no, this might be a game changer, especially with the amount of money that GTA 5 has brought in. That money, that game has brought in billions of dollars. So it's like they definitely don't have to worry about a budget problem.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting. See how that turns out. I mean, maybe The Witcher could look as good as the tech demo, but like I like to just like reset and just like cool my expectations because I've been burned before, and like I said,
especially with Unreal stuff.
Yeah, and Unreal's been kind of iffy, but they did a really good job with Expedition 33, and it was that game ran smooth.
That's gonna be Game of the Year right there.
It depends on the devs. Although some people are saying Death Stranding could be a Game of the Year. No,
no way.
I mean, I want Claire Obscure to win.
I do really, really like Death Stranding 2. I really do like it. But Expedition 33 just has a little extra sauce on it where it's just like, that game was a very special game.
Yeah, absolutely.
It just kind of came out of nowhere. Just everything about, man, don't get me started. I'm not going to get started on Expedition 33, but just it's a good game.
Yeah, 100%. Anyway, well, that's been our Synthaholic Games. We're back, hopefully, so yeah.
What game are you playing? Tell us in the comments.
I'm still playing Horizon 2.
I'm playing Death Stranding 2.
Oh, we're both playing 2.
Yeah, we're both second iterations of games.
Very good.
What are we going to be playing next? I don't know what I'm playing next. Oh, you'll be playing Death Stranding. I don't know what I'll be playing. Death Stranding 1.
because I'm not
Yeah.
playing Death Stranding 2 till it comes to PC.
That'll probably be, how long did it take Death Stranding 1 to come to PC? Like a year?
8 months. So
8 months?
between 8 months and never, depending on if they release it or not.
I wonder if they'll announce it at the Game Awards.
Hope so.
Like an announcement for PC something.
I
We'll see.
mean,
I will say that engine.
Jeff Keighley can't get Kojima's balls out of his mouth. So if there's nothing else to announce, then he'd probably announce the
just
PC port.
Kojima. Yeah,
it's like we got a PC port. We don't have anything else, but there's a PC port of Death Stranding too. Yeah.
It's always. I just hope there's good games because the thing is, I think Jeff Keighley does a good job with his stuff he puts on, but he's limited to like what games are coming out. You know what I mean? Like he only has so much control before it's like he's just in the mercy of the studios that are making games, and if people don't like those games, then he's going to have a bad show. If the games that come out that year are bad games, he's going to have a bad show. So it's like he puts on a good show, but he's limited to like the content of what comes out in the previous year.
Well, they don't really let the people speak.
They did last year. They did last year. They more focused on
the actual awards,
on the actual people rather than just showing game trailers, because that was a big problem.
Not random Hollywood celebrities for no reason.
That know nothing about games or anything. Yeah, you get
like
Al Pacino come out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
What's a video game?
Yeah. So I do want to celebrate. I think any gamer would want to just see what these people actually look like and what they talk that make things that we love, rather than just showing the next, Call of Duty.
Yeah. Yeah, I like some good stuff from the devs every now and then. I don't care.
Maybe be more picky. I think he should be more picky with what he shows.
Yes, and also maybe make the show more condensed, because that's one of the problems. That's why.
That's every award show though. Every award show is always like 4 hours long, whether it's the Oscars.
I feel like it got longer though. I feel like 3 years ago it was like a decent length, and then 3 years ago, yeah, it was like really. I feel like it got longer, and it
always feels like it's been long to me.
Oh well.
I don't know. One of us were right. No idea.
2 years ago, it was so boring. I'm like, no, I'll just watch.
That show 2 years ago was pretty rough.
The one with the Monster Hunter Wilds was the best thing that came out, and that game was trash because it doesn't run on computers.
Well, it's probably a good game. The issue is it runs performance-wise. Like yeah. And again, well, I mean, we're going way longer than we normally do, but like, I want to play Monster Hunter, but we can't because it doesn't work well on PC, which is sad because we really had a lot of fun with previous Monster Hunter games that we've played, but I refuse to buy games that do not have good performance anymore. I will not do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's games. Go leave a comment of what you want. I don't even if you want to subscribe, like it, that's cool with me, whatever. But like, if you want to talk about video games, leave a comment, because I'd be happy to talk about more video game stuff. I like video games.
Oh, absolutely. Leave us a comment down below, and we'll catch you next time on Synthaholic Games.
Bye bye.